Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Hello and welcome to I Am the Change. My name is Michelle Simon Kelly. By the end of the year, I'm dropping the Kelly. I started this in 2019, stating out loud I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt, followed by a weekly video, and we are almost at the end of 2024. So I will be finishing year 6 of doing this. So I've had other New Year's resolutions / intentions since then, and they're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you guys get time and you want to go check them out, please do. You guys, I was telling you last week I was in the hospital and I had so many people reach out for support and prayers, and thank you to everyone who has been saying prayers for me and offering to help me. I found out that I have a huge ulcer at the top of my stomach, and you know, they say most ulcers, a lot of people have ulcers, and they're usually like the size of a nerd candy. And if you ever know the candy nerds, candy is my language. I was born on Halloween, and candy is my favorite food group. However, I'm now off of sugar, flour, wheat, and caffeine. So I'm no longer eating candy, but when they, relate what's wrong with me to pieces of candy, I know what they're talking about. So they said most people have a ulcer the size of a nerd piece of candy, and mine is the size of a gobstopper. So I have a 15 millimeter size ulcer at the top of my stomach, and half of my small intestine is covered in ulcers, and it's called severe, I forget, I'm gonna read you what it is because I can't say it and I can't see it without my thing, but it says I have, what is this? I guess I should have this better, but I don't. Severe duodenitis. So I don't know what that means. And small ulcers remaining in part of the bulb. But that's all in your small intestine. So how my symptoms manifested were severe chest pain, like to the point where I couldn't wear a bra anymore the past couple of weeks. It was all across my bra line. It felt like somebody was squeezing my heart all the time. I had severe shoulder blade pain, like somebody was stabbing me with a knife in the shoulder blade, all across my shoulder blades, like above there, in my arm and down my thoracic. And it was mostly on the left side. It never mattered. I didn't feel it in my stomach. And it wasn't until last Tuesday I saw a medical medium, and she was the one who said she saw stuff going on in my esophagus, and that got me, I finally got to the hospital on Tuesday. I mean, not Tuesday, last Thursday, but I have felt like for the past 15 months, every single day, like I needed to be hospitalized. And I did. I was right. There was something severely wrong. The way my symptoms were presenting themselves was not how ulcers normally present themselves. And I was not associating every time I ate, it was making my pain a million times worse. And I was telling you, I'm off of sugar, flour, wheat, and caffeine, and I have been for a little over 2.5 years. And I was told years ago I had chest pain, and they told me that it was the GERD, and all the symptoms that they listed, I didn't do any. I don't drink, I don't, eat this, that, but like none of this stuff. And I'm like, I don't really have this. Well, guess what? I did have it, and I was in denial. And what I keep finding out, and I've shared with you guys before, I'm in 3 12-step programs. I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I am an adult child from a family of dysfunction, which the entire world is, by the way, just not everybody knows it yet. And I am a food addict. So I have multiple addictions, and I have been able to address them over the years of my life, which has been a blessing and a curse, because I've had to address things that I never wanted to address. And it's almost like once you see something, you can't unsee it. And then once I see it, I have to do something about it. So my symptoms weren't presenting like normal, which that has happened to me most of my life. And you go to doctors, they don't believe you. And then I realized when I go to a doctor and they don't believe me, I need another doctor. Not I need to keep going back trying to convince this person there's something wrong. So I've learned this stuff as I'm going along, and I'm still learning. I'm learning about my body. I didn't even know my stomach, your stomach is so high up. I thought it was down low where my roll goes around my waist. But the one thing that got them to pay attention at the hospital is when I said I'm losing weight. And I could not eat. But I didn't associate it, connecting it to food. So you guys, I am now on medicine from the doctor, and I'm also doing a holistic protocol on top of the medicine because I need to do both. I had a huge win today. I wore a bra for 6 hours, and I know to some people it might be funny, but honestly, I could not wear one, and I need to. I don't have much left, but I need them to come up, and I could not physically put a bra on. I was in such severe pain, and it felt like I was wearing one even without one. So I wasn't associating food was triggering this, and I was taking a lot of Advil, and Advil was actually making me worse. It was helping the pain for a little tiny bit, and it was also making my ulcers worse, which I didn't know. But I went to a nutritionist on Tuesday, and she's like, I don't even know how you're even driving here, because you guys, I am really, really sick. And I knew that. I ended up with my handicapped license, that I now have a handicap thing for my car. If you saw me in person, you would think I'm normal. I look normal on the outside, and I'm not. I am so sick, and I'm working on my healing, but I'm doing this cabbage juice thing, which at first it tastes disgusting, and now actually it is not bad at all. I'm doing, what else? Glutamine, DGL with licorice root and marshmallow root. I had to have sugar. I've been doing protein things because my body is so reactive. And one of the things when I was telling you about being in the 12-step programs, like they tell you once you get in the 12-step program, the good news is you feel your feelings. And the bad news is you feel your feelings. Well, I am feeling my body. Like, forget your feelings. That is easy shit. Wait till you get into your body. And I've been slowly being jackhammered back into my body. And some of you might not even understand what that means right now, but it started with neck and back pain years ago. And if you ignore things, they don't go away. They get bigger and worse until you notice them. At least that has been my experience. So I am doing, goat's milk I had today. I'm doing lentils. I'm learning about quinoa. I never ate this stuff before. It was disgusting to me, but now that I'm off of everything and I can barely eat, I'm barely eating because I know it makes me so much worse and I don't want to feel worse, but I have to. So I'm incorporating in little by slowly. Like tonight I'm going to do bone broth, and I was doing aloe vera juice, and this shit tastes disgusting, by the way, but when you're sick you will do it. But you guys, I don't even crave food anymore, and I used to be a foodie. So it's really a process, and I'm gonna get better and I'm gonna heal from this, and I've been documenting everything too. So, you know, years ago I learned it's so important to write stuff down and put the date next to it, just so you have reference to go back to of what you went through and how you've grown since then. And not only that, just because a lot of times I think I'm going to remember things and I forget. And when I start feeling better, I forget how bad I felt. So I'm learning to record, to document, to write things down, and also for my own peace of mind. So you guys are going through all of this with me, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching. Please stay safe, stay tuned, and I will see you all next week.